I forgot the intro again.
You just said you weren't going to. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Welcome to friendship. Wait, no.
Nope.
No, that's not it either. Um if you're not trying to hang with us, keep it rolling cuz this is friendship.
Woo! We're a little rusty, guys.
We are rusty. It took us a minute to figure out like what to say. I'm like, wait a minute. I just had it in my head. That's what happens when you turn 40 and you have like ADHD. It's like you have it and then it's gone. Anyways, I'm your co-host, Kimberly Tyler.
I'm Crystal Ryan.
And if you like your besties, fun, real, and a little toxic, you're in the right place.
That's true. That's true. If you enjoy a good red flag, you've landed in the right spot.
That's right. No green flags here. Just, you know.
Red and beige. Yeah.
So we are back, bitches.
Yes.
I mean, besties.
Same thing. Same thing.
It
It
has
feels
been.
good to be back.
It does. It feels very good. Like it
Mhm.
has been a long time coming.
Mhm.
Those who are with us listening right now, thank you for sticking with us. I told you we were coming back. I just didn't know when we were coming back, but we made it.
We made it. Better late than never, y'all. Better late than never.
That's right. And we hoped you missed us at least a little bit.
Yes. Because we missed y'all.
We did.
Yes.
Like we had a lot of stuff, like life going on. Like if you guys remember back to episode 1 of season 2, which is back earlier this year. I was starting a new position at my job. So I've kind of been like really busy trying to do that.
Mhm.
And we went to Jacksonville, Florida for my nephew's graduation, and you guys kind of got to see that a little bit. We were at the beach, so it was a great time. We had fun. I definitely want to go back.
It's been
Yes.
wild.
What about you, girl? What you been up to?
Well, I'm trying to think. We hadn't moved yet on the last
No.
episode.
Uh-uh.
Okay. I didn't think so. I think that was still kind of like up in the air.
Yeah.
So, me and Amos, we bought our first house. That's
Yay.
harder than it sounds. But that took some time and then moving and getting kids and in different schools. And then I ended up switching back to an old job that I
Mm-hmm.
had missed. So I'm grateful to be back there.
Yeah.
Um, just a lot of that kind of stuff. That's it for me.
Yeah. Just life and.
hmm We're
That's
trying to
like,
plan a cruise for February.
what? Girl, you going to get on a
Yeah.
big ass boat?
Yup. Yup, I sure am. We're trying to decide between two different ones. One takes us down to like Jamaica and
Ooh.
Mexico and then back, and then another one is like Honduras and Mexico's in there every time because we're porting out of Galveston. But
Oh, okay.
I'm excited. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
I welcome
yeah.
any kind of vacation. Although
Oh
I'll admit I can't do a cruise. The boats, being around all that water just like scares the F out of me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't done one before, but Amos has done them like a few times with his family growing up. So
Yeah.
he assures me that we'll be fine. So
Yeah.
we better be fine.
Y'all better be, cause I'm
I'm
gonna
pretty.
perform an exorcist just so I can kill you again. Or not an exorcist. What is it? Like a seance or something.
Yeah, so you're gonna bring me back and take me out.
Yes. I'm be like,
Yeah,
girl, I told you.
What did I say? I'm excited though because we'll get to see some places that I've never seen. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Colton starts
Mm.
school back up in a couple of days. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Ooh.
He
Well,
don't
I mean,
like
did he
it.
like the school he was at though, right?
Well, he had a hard time when we transitioned to the new school,
Oh.
but it got better. And now he assures me he don't care because he's just a chill guy. So
He's a chill
we'll see.
guy.
He's a chill guy. So we'll see. We'll see how chill he is on Tuesday.
Uh-oh. I
Lord.
think for me, like back when we were in school, the hardest part about going back was not being able to sleep that night before.
Oh
Like
God, yeah.
I hated that and all the anxiety of being like, oh, I hope I can find my classes. I hope I like my teachers. Like, will I have a boyfriend?
No, we don't need none of that.
Girl, right?
Just brings you back down.
It really does. It
I
keeps you unfocused on the important things. It makes you
know.
crazy about the little stuff that doesn't even matter.
Yes, y'all,
Hmm.
pay attention and listen. That's why I got pregnant at 18.
I mean, at least technically you were an adult.
That's true. That's true.
Well, for
Goodness.
those who have been with us, we've shared our pretty extensive dating history. And those that are new to podcasts, I recommend going back to the beginning and, take a little listen. Because today we are going to talk about dating. Just because we have that experience and
Yes.
we want to share the knowledge because as we're getting closer to the end of the summer, a lot of people are still trying to find their boo before cuffing season starts. Which when
That's
does that
true.
actually officially start?
I don't know, but you always hear about like getting it locked down for the pumpkin patches and the
Yeah.
the holidays and all that. So I'm not exactly sure when it's supposed to start, but you're supposed to have it locked in before Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, you
we
guys,
want
you hear
couples
that?
costumes. We want pumpkin
Yes.
patch. We want
Yes.
cute little photos in the pumpkin patch. We need those. So
We do.
you gotta lock that in like by the end of this month.
Exactly. So, you guys, you hear that? You got a deadline. At least by the end of this month, no later than the middle of September, because you got to get this rolling. You got to fill them out. You got to know that they're going to be on the same page when it comes to costumes. Like, you
That's
don't want to
true.
be gothic chic and they're trying to be a hot dog or something. Like,
This
every
is
time I
true.
see a
This
hot
is
dog
true.
costume, I'm like, who was wearing the hot dog costume? Like, who was wearing that?
Or you have somebody that's like into the like real horror stuff, and then they're like partners in one of those inflatable like rodeo. What? Like it looks like
Yeah.
they're riding the horse, and you're like,
What?
what? We didn't coordinate at all, y'all. We started dating 2 days before Halloween, and we already bought costumes.
Exactly. We need to get it together.
We got to get it together. We got to get it together.
Man.
Side note: last year I was one of the Menendez brothers. In case anyone was
Yes.
curious.
That's awesome, though. What are you going to
I
do
was
for this year?
I don't know yet, but I liked that idea that I saw that was really cute. Anyone that knows that I love some like 90s and 2000s like grunge rock music.
Yeah.
So the band Alice in Chains, I want to be Alice in Wonderland, but with chains on, so that I'm Alice in Wonderland, or well, I'm Alice in
Alice in
Chains,
Chains.
and then Amos can be the man in the box because that's like their number one song.
Oh, okay. Get a little creative.
He was on board because he was like, "That sounds like I don't have to really do anything." pretty much. So probably something like that. Last
Yeah.
year Amos was the plague doctor, so he'll do spooky stuff with me, which I appreciate.
Yeah. You always need someone that's going to, back you up on your ideas.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm a Halloween girly. I'm looking forward to Halloween. Always.
Yes.
I've already started spooky shopping. Okay, guys, it's already happening.
I'm not mad at it.
Look at my new blanket. You ready for the new blanket, girl? It's so
Oh, I
cute.
got to see the new blanket. Oh, that's cute. You know what it makes me think of though? It makes me
What?
think of like Mario Go Kart, but like in the little ghost realm.
Yeah, yeah. No, I loved it. I was like checkered, which is my jam, y'all. I love some checkered stuff. I'm
Yeah.
wearing four things checkered right now, and you can't even really see them. Okay,
I
it's
can see
happening.
your checkered ring that you have on.
Okay, I've got that one, and then I've got that one, and then my earrings are checkered.
Uh,
I got checkerboard nail.
okay.
It's real. Oh, and my shorts. You can't see my shorts. Well, let's show my. They're checkerboard too.
Ooh, girl, you just checking
I'm
it?
in my checkered out era, y'all. It's happening. With
Yes.
that being said, it had ghost and checkerboards, so I needed it.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer right there. That's all you.
Yeah. So sorry, a little ADHD. We kind of spun off, but we can bring it
Yeah.
back in.
Back to where we were talking about the little dating advice. So I've got a few questions for you, girl, and I want to see,
Oh snap!
your advice on stuff too. All right. So we're going to kind of base things between, I found a few articles where you have dating in your 20s, your 30s, and then 40 plus, right?
Okay.
And what that's like now. Because I don't envy anyone that's got to be in that dating pool right now because people are
No,
weird. Not that I'm saying I'm not weird. Well, I'm more awkward than I am weird. Well, I'll say that. But people are crazy and just doing the wildest things.
that's
So I
true.
feel bad for people that are having to do that. So that's why we want to try to give this advice.
Yes.
Let me ask you, girl, who do you think makes a better wing person? A single friend or a friend in a relationship?
Ooh, that's hard
Yeah.
because if you're both single, you're both looking in general, like you're both out there wanting somebody. So that could be helpful in the sense that, they're willing to put themselves out there as well. You can do
Mm-hmm.
double dating type stuff, which is always safer for the first,
Yeah.
couple go rounds. But somebody who's already in a relationship may be more relationship driven in order to help you find somebody that's in that same, mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it could go either way. I think you would be fine either way, depending on what kind of like, I guess, dating world you're in. Are you out at the bars and stuff? Because you're probably not going to get your married friend or engaged friend to go bar hopping with you. That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
True.
fifty
Maybe.
fifty. It's
Yeah.
fifty
It's 50
fifty.
50.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I was just agreeing like it's 50 50. Do you think it's
Yeah.
possible for someone to be a wing person while they're in a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only say that because there was a time when I was married and you weren't in a relationship, and I was
That's
always your wing
true.
person.
Yes. You
So it
were
would need
my
to be
only
somebody you're.
person.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Okay, that's true. But I think if you're I think your wing person needs to be somebody that you're completely comfortable with. I can't it can't just be like a coworker that you've hung out with a couple times and
Yeah.
expect that person to be any kind of help to helping you kind of a thing.
Right.
It needs to be someone you're comfortable around because
Definitely.
it's already awkward trying to date anyways.
Hmm. And you want someone that knows you well, like they know your
Hmm.
type, they know like
Yes.
what you're, you know. what your drawbacks are, like you might be
Right.
a little shy, so, they need to know when they need to step in and back off.
Mhm. Right.
So,
No,
yeah.
I agree. Because then you have yourself in a situation too, like, um, like say, like me and you know each other and we know each other's type. So like
Mhm.
you might find someone that's you're like, ooh, you need to go talk to him, and I'm like, no, no. But and then like, but that's kind of hard to agree on too, because then it's like none of mine are really that similar, but they all have something that makes them my type. So I don't know, but you would know that because you know me.
Yeah. Like, I can tell you how they're all linked together for your type.
I don't even know if I want to answer to that, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask.
Well, okay. You definitely like a dude that's a little rugged.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, like you like the
I like a man's
rugged.
man.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
want them a little. I don't want to use the word toxic, but you like a little bit of a little drama mix up in there to keep it exciting.
God, that's so true. It's so bad. It's so bad.
But that's
Because even like with
okay.
Amos, I had to cause some toxicity in there just because, I guess. I don't know. Because, y'all, this is literally the nicest man in the world. He really is like the nicest man ever. And I'm like, that's too much. We're going to need to, let's see how mean you can be.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
that's okay. I'm curious though. What do you think? What would you say my type is?
Okay. Is CJ going to listen?
If he does, I mean, he's already
Are
locked it
you
up,
tell him
so
I
it's too
still
late.
you tell him I still love him. I think that a lot of your men has been somebody who's not as intelligent as you. I think you like to be the smarter person in the relationship.
That's accurate.
Not to say they're like stupid. They're not, well, some of them were, yes, but like I'm not saying CJ's stupid, but like I think on a more of like on an intelligence level, like your
Yeah.
vocabulary probably outshines his and things like that. And I think you like that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I like to be in control. Like
Hmm.
if decisions are going to be made, I want to be the one to make them.
Yes. And you can do that with somebody who's not as intelligent as you
Yeah. And not
without hurting feelings. You know what I
right.
mean? Like it's like, oh, well, babe, we should do it this way because blah blah blah. And it's like, you're
Exactly.
right, babe, you're right. And you're like, I know.
Oh man, poor CJ. That CJ, he is actually very intelligent. He's very
He
smart.
is. He is.
But, he does let me, take over a little bit and I appreciate him for that. So,
And I think you like pretty boys.
I
I think you've
do.
always liked pretty boys.
And you guys, let me tell you this. The times that I tried to change my type and go with something different, it never worked out.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys like, just go with what you like
I
because
like hot arms.
yeah, hot arms and you like big necks. I'll tell you, I've never even thought about a neck until she had said something about
FYI, my two longest relationships both have nice arms and nice necks. In case y'all were curious.
it. See? You gotta go with what you like. It works out better.
You know who didn't work out? Rob, with his fat neck and his no arms.
This is true. That's probably why it just didn't work out.
You know what it is? Because he didn't intimidate me. That's my type. I want someone that when they say they feel
Yeah.
like they want me to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
Okay. And because if I feel like I don't have to listen to you, we're in bad water. Okay, because Rob be like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me do that. No.
I feel that. Like I like that when it comes to sex. Like I want someone to tell
Yes.
me what to do.
Yes.
Like that's a turn
Yes.
on for me. But like in
Yeah.
life, I want to tell you what to do.
I still want them to tell me what to do. I like to play the damsel in distress card real well. Babe, I need help.
So, next question. Do you think dating, which is better, dating with apps or organic dating? Like meeting a person, you know, going to the store or whatever in real life?
I think you have better results if it's somebody you meet in real life.
Yeah.
Because I think online dating, as though although it's very convenient, especially in a busy world where a lot of people are screen driven anyways,
Mhm.
like we're always on our phone, most of us. It is convenient, but with that, it's so easy to manipulate and lie. And
Very
we've
true.
got the filtered pictures, and we've got the saying, "Oh, I love to go hunting and fishing." No, you don't.
You
You know
never
who ain't
even
going
been.
hunting? Me, because I can't shut up long enough to go. We ain't going. Okay, but
She
you
said
you
we
know what I'm
got
saying.
talk.
I got something to say, so it's not gonna work out. So I think that, and I've also think it's ruined dating because it's so easily accessible. People get comfortable with that where they're not wanting to really meet up with people. They're like, oh, well, let's just keep talking on here. And like, that's cool and all for busy lifestyles. But I think
Yeah.
when you organically meet somebody, like you're at the coffee shop, wherever, you're like, oh, he's kind of cute. And you start talking that way, I think you have better results because you're already attracted to them, and
Mhm.
then you can find out body language is important and the way their mannerisms
Yes.
are, and you know you can tell if you're both attracted to each other by like subliminal body language, stuff you may not notice. When I like somebody, I'm very touchy, so
Yeah.
like if I'm talking to them, I might touch them a lot more, or things like that. Whereas on a screen, I'm not about to be like, oh, that's so cutesy. Hmm. It's a fucking phone, y'all. It's a fucking phone. So there's a convenience to it, but I think it's doesn't have, and that's not to say it always goes that way. There's lots of people that find love that way.
Mhm.
Um, but I think I've had better results with it being somebody that I physically knew in person.
Yeah, I agree because I feel like when you do the apps, you already have these presets of what you want to say. Um,
Mhm.
you know, what kind of questions you're trying to ask. And I feel
Mhm.
like when you do that, you're kind of making it how your expectations are compared to if it's
Right.
an organic situation. It's like you're just talking naturally, like you're just going with the
Yes.
flow of what's happening.
Mhm.
And because trust me, I've done all the dating apps back when I was younger, like the Plenty of
Mhm.
Fish, the what else was out
Tinder.
there? Was Tinder out then?
Yeah, it was brand new. Tinder was
Oh,
brand
okay.
new.
Yeah, so I probably did that. And it gets so exhausting saying the same things over
It's
and over
repetitive.
again.
It's so
Yes.
repetitive. And I think people pass up on people that they would maybe normally like because they didn't click a box that,
Right.
you put on this little thing like must love outdoors. Oh, you don't like to be outside? Well, fuck off. I mean, because there's more to that person other than not wanting to be outside or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly. So like I found an article for like the 20-year-olds that are out now dating. Okay, so this is from Dazed. They are actually getting tired of dating apps. Like they want to
Hmm.
start meeting people outside, in the streets.
Yeah, I feel it. A lot of people probably hook up more with people they work with and stuff because it's somebody they're meeting in person.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, do you think like meeting someone at work is a good thing, or
Yes and
can it
no.
be? Okay.
I think it depends on that's a 50-50. It depends on the situation. It could
Yeah.
be a great thing. It could be a terrible thing.
Hashtag don't get cold played.
Oh man, that was great though. The memes from that, top tier.
Yes, I agree. But so yeah, so for this article, it says Joe 28 says he's entering 2025 with a fresh mindset. He explains that he spent his last year using dating apps for hookups, but he's grown tired of people leaving the morning after, never to be seen again. So his approach is going to be more genuine, and he's going to show the type of person that he is and actively have dates with people that he has something in common with.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Get away from the screens, just get out there.
Mhm.
If you do find someone at work, set boundaries,
Mhm.
be like, you don't want, especially if you're at a job that you really like, you don't want something like a breakup to make you not like your job anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
um,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
agree with
how,
that.
yeah.
I think it's men and women too with the hooking up thing that he mentioned. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
just men doing it. Women are just as bad. They're like, "Oh, it's a one night stand. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, he's hot. I'm going to sleep with him one time and be done with it." And you're like, "What happened to valuing ourselves just a little bit? Men and women.
Yeah,
Like your nether
absolutely.
regions don't need to go out to everybody. You can hang on to them. You can get to know the
Exactly.
other person first before you whip it out."
Yes. I mean, not that we're saying whipping it out is bad, because sometimes you need to know
Right. Well,
that.
some of us, we've all done some stuff, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, I bet people's rosters nowadays are like 100 of people.
Oh
Easy.
man.
Easy.
Yeah. Because there's
That's
no
just
like
it's
connections
kind of
anymore.
gross.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross, y'all. I'm sorry.
It
Sorry.
is. Okay, so actually that's a good thing you brought that up about, the sex thing. So when is the best time, do you think, to do the do?
Okay. I'm probably the wrong person to answer that question. And I say that because, again, I've had two long term serious relationships, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
me and Keith, we hooked up the first day we hung out with each other. Now, granted, it
Yeah.
was high school and we were like 17 and whatever. But for Amos, okay, I knew Amos from before and we reconnected online, but we had known
Yeah.
each other. So, like, it's not really an online thing. I knew him in person before. But when I flew down here to Texas to visit, I mean, however long it takes to drive from Dallas to Waco is how long it took before I was in that bed. So I think, what's that, an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Oh,
So yeah, I mean,
girl.
are we talking a couple days, an hour and 20 minutes? You know, whatever floats your boat.
Hey, I mean, sometimes if you already know the person, I mean,
That's true.
and if
That's
you're
true.
coming, and that's a good point. If you're coming all the way into a different state or a different city, do you feel like you're more obligated to do that?
I think so, in a sense. Or you build it up too. Like me and him start talking in the middle of June. I didn't fly
Mm-hmm.
out here until towards the middle of July. So we'd been talking for a month every
Yeah.
day, you know, on the phone, FaceTime, all that stuff. So of course, that's going to come up in conversation anyways. And so you've already built it up to, this magical moment. So naturally, when you arrive to set destination, you're in that mode. You're like, all right, we're doing this because I've been
Yeah.
talking about it for 37 days and now I'm ready.
Yeah. No, I feel that for sure. I mean, because with, CJ and I, we had hung out before, but when it came down to actually going on a date for the first time, it went
Hmm.
down on the first date. So,
Right.
but I felt comfortable with him to do that and
Hmm.
explore that with him, which is, and then I feel like to answer that question, it also depends on the person,
Hmm.
how your interactions are. Like sometimes you'll meet a person that you can just, the way you look at each other or talk to each other is just like, it's just sex. So you're like,
Yeah.
damn, we about to do this right now. But
Yeah.
but if it's a person you're like, kind of feeling like, oh, like I want to really get to know this person,
Hmm.
maybe wait a little bit, maybe wait 2 or 3 dates before you do it,
Hmm.
or just whenever you feel comfortable.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to that. It takes two people. If you both want it, it's gonna happen. If you both
Mm-hmm.
want to kind of take your time and make sure there's a more of a connection, go out a few times. Um, there's just no definite answer to that, I don't think. Either you
Yeah,
feeling it or you're not.
that's true. So like,
Sometimes it only takes hanging out one or two times to know, it doesn't have to be let's hang out for 7 weeks and then if it's good, we'll do it. No.
oh
You
my
know,
gosh, if
you
someone's
know
waiting,
when you want to sleep with someone.
exactly, if it's taking 7 weeks, you don't like that person.
No.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. You just
It's
going
like
out with
that
that person so you can eat.
you hungry. You've been really wanting to go to Olive Garden, you couldn't afford it. He offered. You're like, "All right. I like me some Alfredo. Let's do this." Chris Rock song. If you've been dating a guy for 3 months and you have not met any of his friends, you are not his girlfriend.
Right? You the side hoe.
Hmm.
So, do you think when it comes to the sex and when you should do it, do you think the rules are different depending on like the age that you are dating?
Hmm.
Like compared to 20s and 30s and 40s? Like, do you think people in their 40s are like waiting longer to do it, or?
I think that could be possible because maybe they've done the whole like, well, I slept with him one time and then I never seen him again. But and at 40, I mean, you kind of know what you want, so you
Mhm.
probably have already talked with that person about what kind of goal or future or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So you may be more inclined to sleep with them quicker. I mean, I don't know if there's really. I think the 20-year-olds are just fucking. I'm sorry, y'all. I do. This is coming from somebody who's a mom to like two 20-year-olds. I think they're all just out there fucking. Not
Yeah.
mine per se, but like I hear the stories, about like one of my kids when she's dating, she'll be like, well, if they want to hook up, but I'm not ready to do that on the first time, then they don't hear from them
Mhm.
again. So I
Yeah.
think, with that being said, I mean, a lot of people are just looking to hook up. Relationships don't seem to be as valued as they once were.
Mhm. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, with the internet, you have such a stretch and access to so many different people. You just kind of
Mhm.
feel like, oh, well, on to the next one.
Mhm.
As compared to, back when it wasn't as big as it is now, where you actually had to go out with people or find people outside. You kind of wanted to hold on to that person a little bit longer,
Right.
you know. So I found an article for the 30-year-olds about dating during this time and what they've learned. So this is from PS uh, by Sarah Wazalak. It's called I'm Single and Dating in My 30s, and this is what I've learned. So, number one, you are never the exception to the rule. So, remember that. So,
Right.
she used the example as she met her first match on Hinge and thought he was really cute. So, they started chatting, and he told her he was looking for something casual. And, after they agreed to that, um, he was like wanting to go to her house like that same day, like that same night. And,
No.
she like, even though she had already agreed to having that kind of connection with him, she kind of still felt bad, like, oh, he doesn't really even want to get to know me. He just wants to go ahead and come over and do it.
Mhm.
So just know that that kind of thing is out there. If you're not
Mhm.
trying to do anything casual, say that. Don't be
Mhm.
afraid to, lose someone just because you don't want the same things as they do.
Mhm. No, I agree with that. Be
Yeah,
honest, y'all.
definitely be honest. And I had to learn that the hard way too as when I was younger. I was always
Mhm.
the type of person that didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I was a people pleaser. So I unfortunately dated and had sex with a lot of bad people. So don't do that. Say what you won't. hurt
We've all got
motherfuckers'
a couple
feelings.
we got a couple regrets on the list. It's fine.
Yes, you're gonna have that. I mean, it
Mhm.
is what it is. Red flags are important. So are the green ones. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some red flags though, are not everyone's version of a red flag. You know
true.
what I mean? Like some women might be turned off by a guy who is traditional in the sense he wants to open the doors, he wants to pay, he wants to be in control of the
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Some women might think that's a red flag, where other women may think that that's just how a man should treat a woman. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be open to what your version of red flags are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And make sure you communicate that
Hmm.
because nobody's reading minds up in here, y'all.
Communication is key, and Crystal had to learn that the hard way.
and she learned.
Yeah, the hard way. Lots of tears.
Yeah, but sometimes
But
you have to learn the hard way so that
and
you
that
know.
comes from just, mine and Keith's relationship was a young relationship. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
young. So my communication skills with him never really had to develop in a sense, if that makes sense. Like we kind of grew up together. That doesn't mean it worked. That just means I never learned how to do that.
Yeah.
So when I got with Amos, who, when something would irritate me, I was in the mode of, I'll just ignore it. There's no reason to talk about it because he'll just get mad and fight with me because that's how Keith was. That costed me a good year of mine and Amos's relationship because I wouldn't communicate. When all
Mm-hmm.
I had to do was come to him and tell him something was bothering me, and he probably would have fixed it or
Yeah.
worked on it or whatever. So I learned the hard way by being
Girl.
stubborn and not saying shit.
I get it. I think we all had to kind of learn that lesson before.
Hmm.
When I was 21, I dated a guy that was like 16 years older than I was. And that entire relationship, I was constantly walking on eggshells just to not make
She
him
was.
mad or, yeah, or do it, get any flashback or anything. And really, if I would have just said my peace of mind, that relationship wouldn't have lasted as long as it needed to. I would have been out and moved on and found someone better. But instead, I kept myself in a bad relationship just
Hmm.
so I
Because
wasn't,
you thought it was easier,
yeah, absolutely.
realistically. And we
And it,
didn't like him.
no, no. I'm sure, I think now he's a much better guy than he was
Well, I would
back
hope
then.
so. He's
Yeah,
almost 60.
that's true.
I hope so. Shit. If you ain't a better guy by 60, it ain't happening.
Yeah. So definitely communication is important.
Hmm.
Sometimes it can save your life. And knowing how to have a
Jesus.
right hook will also save your life. Like, I'm not saying you got to be the first one putting them punches out there, but if you got to defend yourself, be ready.
Be ready to duck, too. Shit.
Exactly.
Huh?
Right. Okay, number three, waiting to have sex does matter. So she says, I'm the first person to believe that you should have sex whenever you and your partner are both ready, whether that be on the day one or date number 402. But I also think it's essential to know yourself and to make sure you're on the same page as your potential partner before sleeping together. If you have mismatched expectations, the results can be incredibly hurtful. So we kind of like went over that before. Like basically,
Hmm.
it just depends on the communication. If you have a
Hmm.
certain boundary, you want that person to know, you let them know. Be like, hey, I think you're sexy, but I don't want to have sex right now.
Today.
Or, yeah, not today. Or, I think you're sexy and I want to have sex right now. Just let them know.
I think, okay, so this is going to sound a little slutty. I don't care. I think it is important to kind of get that done early in a relationship. As far, I'm not
Yeah.
saying like the first, it doesn't have to be the first day, but early on, because if there is no sexual chemistry once you get in there,
Yes.
then you really like this person. You go to have sex. It's not what you wanted it to be. You tried a few times. It's still not getting any better. Now you're gonna feel bad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
then you're in this relationship with bad sex, and you don't know what to say or do about it.
Yeah. And let me tell you, that's probably one of the hardest things to have to tell someone that you've been involved with.
Oh yeah,
Like, you are terrible in bed.
yeah. Yeah, and you can only guide someone so much, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't want to do that every time. I don't want to be
Yeah.
the one in control of sex every time. So, with that being said, I mean, I think it is good to go ahead and test the waters on it to an extent. Not doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to be the first day, but it needs to be, I think, somewhat early, or you're kind of wasting everybody's
Yeah.
time.
It needs
If
it.
you're a sexual person, if you're a sexual person, I'm a
Yeah.
sexual person. I know it's important to me.
Yeah. Definitely try it out before you buy it.
Yes. It's not the 1930s anymore, y'all. We can go ahead and get in there and try it out.
Exactly. Okay, it's number four. Dating apps are a form of social media mostly used for entertainment. So she's right. We
Agreed.
talked about that too. Like, it's really not meant for meaningful relationships. It's pretty much
Mm-mm.
there for when you're lonely, you need something to do, you just want some attention.
Yep.
It's really not worth it.
It's just more of a convenience entertainment
Mm-hmm.
bubble.
Yes. So let me ask you that, girl. So, what would you say for a person in their 30s or 40s and up? Where do you think would be a good place for a person to meet someone organically? Because, some of us at that age, we're not really, going out to the clubs anymore or the bars.
No, we're not. Um, I mean, really, it could be something as simple as you're out at one of your favorite restaurants. It could
Mm-hmm.
be, um, I guess it comes down to like what kind of hobbies you have. Like, I like live music. So that doesn't necessarily have to be a
Yeah.
bar. That could be some kind of little music venue. Or if you're somebody that likes to, go out on the lake, maybe you meet someone while you're out doing water stuff. I mean, it could be, you can meet someone anywhere. I really know that sounds kind of silly, but it's true.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
mean,
Those were some good
if you
ideas,
like
girl.
museums, if you like museums, or you like history, or if you're into cars or motorcycles or whatever, there's other
Mm-hmm.
things to do other than going out and drinking. So you got to be kind of savvy into knowing, the city you live in and what kind of things there are to do outside of.
Exactly. And know how to read the room too. Like
Yes.
if you're someplace and a person, you don't want to come off creepy. Like we're at a grocery store and you're like, oh my goodness, those melons. I mean, right here. No.
I would laugh so hard. I would be laughing so hard. Um, that's funny. Actually, because you'd be like, what? Um,
Man.
yeah, no, you're right. I think you can meet people anywhere. I think doing things that you like to do, you would be around people you would probably be okay going on a date with, for the
Yeah,
most part.
exactly. So, final thing for 30-year-olds, and I feel like this actually is good for all ages out there. Successful
Okay.
dating, aka relationship potential, is mostly dependent upon mental health.
That explains a lot.
Yes,
We're all fucked.
yes. Definitely want to be in the right mental space if you're going to be dating somebody. Now,
That's
if you're
true.
coming off of a breakup and you're just trying to, do something to have fun, do that. But make sure you express
Right.
that. Don't let a person who's actually really has feelings for you, don't pull them along just to feel better about a breakup. Actually, make sure you're in a
Yeah.
mental space to find something meaningful.
Right. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And
Because if
don't
you wouldn't date you, they wouldn't date you either.
exactly. And don't rely on people to make you happy. You got to be happy with yourself first. I know that's like cliche and people say that all the time, but it's honestly really
That's
true.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
If you put all that pressure on a person, it's not going to work cuz everything that they do that you feel is wrong, you're going to either be nagging them all the time or you're going to be feeling like, this relationship isn't working." So,
Hmm.
you know, be happy with yourself
Yes.
and things will go better.
I agree.
So, moving on to 40 plus.
Ooh,
Ooh, I can't imagine having to be in that dating pool. Not that I've
I don't want to
said,
be in checking that box.
man, right? Knock on wood.
Man.
Like, can you imagine trying to navigate through like being older and then, because I'm sure a lot of the people that are still, you know, out there, either they're younger than you are, or if they are older or the same age, they probably still are acting like they did when they were 20 because that's why
Yeah,
they're.
or you're taking on some baggage that you may not necessarily want. And I don't mean that to sound mean, but like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe their spouse died or something crazy.
Yeah, that is some
And
situations.
that is some situations. And
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I had a little OCD moment. Um, that's something that, dating a grieving widow or widower could be ugly. I mean, not on your, I don't mean that to say they can't find love again or anything like that. They can, But they gotta be ready, or you're fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, that's true. And also by that time, a lot of people have, kids, whether they're younger or older, trying to
Mm-hmm.
blend families together. It can be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Or you're,
So,
um, what's the word I'm looking for? I just there's some damage there regardless. If you've lost a relationship in your 40s or 50s, either
hmm,
somebody has left you, cheated. I mean, usually it's something bad if for that
yeah,
to happen. People don't just wake up one day very seldomly and go, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't know.
yeah,
Let's happily go our separate ways. It can happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but a lot of times there's probably some kind of trauma that
hmm,
caused the breakup. So then dating that person, it's going to be hard on both.
yeah. Do you feel like when you're in that age group, do you feel like you have to kind of settle, like kind of go outside what your typical type would be? Or,
I think a lot of people do
yeah.
because they don't want to be lonely.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Which, I
that's kind
mean,
of
that
sad.
doesn't necessarily, it is sad, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Maybe like,
Yeah.
and usually your typical type is a toxic person, but you're finally with a nice guy or girl,
Hmm.
and you're like, well, it might be a little bit boring, but it's stable.
Right.
Yeah. I hate to
That's
say that,
true.
boring. No one wants a boring relationship.
No. It's okay to have boring parts in a relationship, but
Yeah,
not the whole thing.
exactly.
Sometimes me and Amos are boring.
And that's going to happen. That's, being comfortable with the person that you're with.
Hmm.
You've evolved past those things of needing to constantly be entertained or
Right.
whatever.
Like, did we lay in bed and watch a whole season of Peaky Blinders last night? We did.
Hey, I am not mad at that. That sounds nice.
Did I have a root beer float while we were watching it? I did.
Ooh, I haven't had
It
one of
was
those
good.
in a minute.
I hadn't either, but it sounded good, so I did it.
Man, shoot. If I did that, I'd be gassed up. Milk
I was
just
all right.
don't.
I was all right.
Man.
Lucky for Amos.
So I found an article. This is kind of more on the negative, not necessarily negative side of dating for 40 and plus, but it's kind of
Hmm.
giving you the harsh truths of dating over 40. So this is an
Mm.
article from the website Medium, written by Pomeroy Says. And they kind of give you the 5 harsh truths about dating over 40. So, number one is men expect dates to be split or go Dutch, as you say. So, many men now ask women to split the bill or even Venmo them afterwards. This shift partly tied to younger generations' comfort discussing finances. So, how do you feel about that, girl, about going Dutch on a date?
I mean, I guess if it's discussed ahead of time, that's fine. I'll buy my own meal or drink or whatever. Like, but if I think I'd be surprised if it just came. They're like, all right, we're gonna split the check. But maybe I'm a little old school or traditional when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of
Oh.
people younger I've heard where they'll ask like, well, if they invited me, then it's their date. So if the girl was
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, you want to go see a movie with me? Then the man now is expecting the woman to pay for that. So
Yeah.
where the woman still may expect him to pay for it because he's the man. I don't know. That stuff gets messy. Just discuss it with me beforehand
Yeah.
so I know which card I'm pulling out.
Exactly. Or you know what? Just come prepared. Just both parties
Yeah.
have enough money with you just in case anything goes different than
Yeah.
what you expected.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Number two, there's little accountability in modern dating. So you have more ghosting, last
Oh, yeah.
minute cancellations,
Oh, yeah.
insincere messages. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, I really can't wait to see you. But really, they don't want to see you, but they just want to get something to eat and get a drink. Because I've done
That's
that.
true. Not me.
What a
Yeah,
girl
I
will
have.
do for some Charlie's biscuits.
Man, I would do a lot right now because we don't even have no Charlies here, so that's sad.
Oh man, you know what? I don't think we have any here anymore either. I think they all closed.
That's sad.
Yeah,
That
but
is
they
sad.
were starting to
Rest
kind of
in
go
peace, Rolls.
downhill. Yeah. Okay, number three, dating apps are shaped by the sex-driven majority. Oh, what does that say? Okay, number four, looks still matter.
Yes,
Compatibility alone it isn't enough. And
agree.
unfortunately, that's true. If you're not attracted to somebody, sometimes that's
Not
hard
gonna work.
to yeah, it's hard to overlook everything else and you know, especially if they like you a little bit more than you like them.
You're the pretty one in the relationship.
Yeah. Sex can be a little hard with that. You might have a hard time enjoying it.
That's
Um,
true.
Spending time together. It creates an unbalanced
Yeah, I could see that.
thing. Yeah. But not that I'm saying people should be shallow, but like I said before, be
Be
honest.
true to yourself, though.
Yeah.
What you like, and that's okay.
Exactly. And number five, you don't have to fit an idealized mold to be attractive.
True.
So you don't have to have, that BBL in the back to be,
Mm-mm.
looking good. Sometimes it can be a little flat back there, but that's okay.
I got
I'll tell
no
you what
booty.
though. I've been trying to, I've been on my little weight loss journey and I've been trying to build my butt up because I used to have a nice little bump back there. But I don't know if
Hmm.
it's just from not working out anymore or just getting older. But, it's not as voluptuous back there anymore. So if you have that kind of insecurity, maybe work it out, build that muscle back there. But if not, that's okay. You don't have to
Hmm.
fit that mold of having a big butt or having Kylie Jenner lips, which her lips aren't even real. So so it's
That's true.
okay if you don't have that. Be confident in yourself. I know that's easier said than done, but
For sure.
confidence makes a difference.
It does.
That's it for the 40s and up. Like those that are everyone out there, if you are out there still dating, still trying to find that person, I
Good
hope you take
luck.
heed. Yeah, good luck. You know, we hope you find what you're looking for. Uh, be safe, be careful out there,
Yes.
especially now. People are just impulsive. And
Hmm.
make sure if you go out on a date with someone you don't know, go to a public place, let your loved ones or your best friend know where you are, share your location if you can.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just be safe out there.
Yes. Number one.
Mm-hmm. And use protection because people get wild out there. They don't care. They just spreading it
God,
all
it's
out there.
gross. That's so gross. That is so gross.
Yes.
Yes, please. Please be safe in all areas.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But
Whew.
shoot, that's all we have for you guys today. If you've made it to the end of this podcast, thank you for
Thank
listening.
you.
We love you guys so much. We're so glad to be back. And, if you guys have any comments or stories that you want to tell related to what this episode was, DM us, send us a message. comment on the video, whatever, however you want to communicate to us. And yeah. Oh no, you're good. So we will try to be back sooner than 7 months.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.